Good evening, Defiant Wrestling fans, and thank you for joining me on Loaded. Now, we have a couple of things to address before we get started tonight. And the first order that I've been given is to formally apologise to Lucky Kid. Now, I've received this order from the board and the shareholders, and I would like to take this time to apologise wholeheartedly to Lucky Kid. I acted unprofessionally, and this will not happen again. However, to repay you, Lucky Kid, I am going to put you in an internet title match against Martin Kirby at Lights Out. Now, the second thing is a bit more controversial. Rory Coyle versus Rampage. It was a highly controversial ending. Highly controversial. And it was an absolute travesty that occurred. And I'm considering my options. I'm thinking about what to do. I need time to think this through. So I'm going to address the matter next week right here on Loaded. But for now, enjoy the show.
Magnificent 7 event here in Sunderland, but the action doesn't stop as tonight Defiant Wrestling once again is loaded. Dave Bradshaw here at ringside with James R. Kennedy, and James, the tag team champions will be here unfortunately later on.
Oh, unfortunately, the South Coast Connection live here on Loaded, and I know you can't wait.
Well, so much to get through. Let's get into the ring and get things underway to our ring announcer, Sweet Stevie Aaron.
Defiant. Tonight he's going to go up against a man returning to us here. Big opportunity for Micky the Dragon.
Huge opportunity. You know, anytime you compete on Loaded, especially against someone as interesting as this man, it's a huge chance to show what you can do. That's what Micky the Dragon has in front of him, as does Jack Sexsmith. Mr. Sexsmith, I think he likes being called.
This opponent from Soho, London, weighing tonight at 169 pounds, Jack Sexsmith!
Well, as his entrance video says, sexually frivolous, morally ambiguous Jack Sexsmith back here in Defiant. And for all the matches Micky the Dragon has had here with us, he hasn't faced anyone quite like Sexsmith.
Sure hasn't. And you see straight away Sexsmith looking full of confidence. Meanwhile, over in the opposite corner, Micky the Dragon stretching, getting ready for this match. We've said it, Dave. Huge opportunity for both these men to make an impact. That's an interesting start to proceedings.
Yeah, you've got to let the referee check your boots, make sure everything is in order. Bell rings. We are underway with the first match of the night. As I said, there is much to discuss coming out of last night's Magnificent 7 event. We will talk about all of the fallout next week here on Loaded. But this crowd in Sunderland getting another treat 2 nights in a row.
Well, it's not a treat to be here, I'll tell you that. Sunderland is a bit of an inferior Newcastle, if you ask me.
As always, you're ingratiating yourself to the locals, I see. Micky the Dragon grabs a side headlock here on Sexsmith. Sexsmith will send him to the ropes. Shoulder block, both men go down.
It looks like Sexsmith got the worst of that one. Micky the Dragon looking to take charge.
Big leapfrog from Sexsmith and a dropkick right in the face of the Dragon. Again with the headlock to the ropes goes Sexsmith, the shoulder block this time. Sexsmith stays on his feet. Oh! Caught him there, went for the leapfrog instead. It was an inverted atomic drop.
That'll change your plans for the evening.
And there's the regular version of the atomic drop from Sexsmith. The ever unconventional into the neck breaker.
Even calling moves as he does them. Unconventional, but thus far successful, Bradshaw.
Sexsmith's going to go to the top. He may go for that big double stompy move, the BDSM.
Big double stompy move.
That's what he calls it, I asked him.
Beautiful.
Well, Micky the Dragon has gone to the outside. Sexsmith not going to give him any chance to recover here. Dragon was first to the punch, and then Sexsmith face first into that steel ring post.
And right now, being outside the ring is paying dividends for Micky the Dragon. Maybe wants to win this match inside the ring. In fact, that's certainly what... Oh.
It's the only place you can win it. He rolled him back in. That's smart from Dragon.
I'd take a count out. I'd take a count out.
You'd take anything.
Yeah, you still get the winner's purse.
Meanwhile, Dragon is trying to choke out Sexsmith using as much of that 5-second count as he is permitted to.
You talk about me not ingratiating myself to Sunderland. Micky the Dragon not ingratiating himself to Jack Sexsmith.
Sexsmith, counter by Sexsmith into the inside cradle. It's a 2 count before Micky the Dragon is out. And another kick, this time one that floors Sexsmith. The cover from the Dragon looking for his first win in Defiant, but the right shoulder of Sexsmith comes off the canvas.
Explosive styles from Micky the Dragon in this match, and you can see Sexsmith is now reeling, needs those ropes. Micky the Dragon's going to use those ropes to his advantage.
Referee again having to reprimand Micky the Dragon, who's trying to take a couple of shortcuts here, it has to be said, in his pursuit of that elusive first victory.
Well, that first win here in Defiant Wrestling means so much. Everyone in that locker room has to start somewhere with a first victory. Could this be Micky the Dragon's night?
Sexsmith, roar of defiance there, and a kick takes down Micky the Dragon, knee into the side of the head. A round of applause from fans here in Sunderland who are impressed with what they see from Sexsmith. Goes for the super kick though, gets blocked. And Sexsmith looking for the slice bread. Dragon didn't go down. Sexsmith lands on his feet, and this time he nails the super kick.
Right to the face. Here we go.
Getting sliced bread as well. Well, Sexsmith is gonna, I think, head up to the top here.
Mr. Morally Ambiguous looking good right now.
Sexsmith is primed and waiting on the top turnbuckle. Micky the Dragon to his feet. Sexsmith will take the sky. There's the BDSM. The cover from Sexsmith, and Jack Sexsmith wins on his Defiant return.
Here is your winner, Jack Sexsmith!
Jack Sexsmith with an impressive victory over Micky the Dragon. As Sexsmith, as I say, on his return here to Defiant, very, very impressive. Well, right now we're going to hand it over to Stevie Aaron, our ring announcer, who's going to try and get a word with Jack Sexsmith.
All right, Jack Sexsmith, what a great victory. It's great to have you back here in Defiant Wrestling. The fans obviously having fun here tonight on Loaded. So are you, given that victory. What a great win for Jack Sexsmith, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure they're saying the same thing all over the world right now, but I have to ask the question. This unbelievable roster that we have here in Defiant Wrestling, where does Jack Sexsmith fit in?
The first thing, he's got to work on his cardio, because Christ on a bicycle is hard work sometimes. But I am back in Defiant. I am back here in Sunderland. I am set to continue on my agenda to be groundbreaking, game-changing, and history-making. I am all about equality, all about inclusivity, all about my own goals. But sometimes you need some friends to help you get by. So I'd like to put the tag division on notice right now and introduce my partner.
Oh my!
Well, well, well.
All right, well, you heard it here first, a huge scoop. It's Visage.
Visage, the Queen of Queens, apparently forming an alliance, and not just an alliance, a tag team with Jack Sexsmith.
Jack Sexsmith and Visage. Now it looks, Bradshaw, they're going to enter the Defiant Tag Team division. And I don't think anyone was expecting this.
Well, we did wonder why Sexsmith was choosing this moment to make his return to Defiant, but now we know apparently it is the tag team division. And Sexsmith has gone a little wobbly knee here.
A bit weak at the knees. Well, he did say he needs to work on his cardio, maybe needs looser tights as well.
There it is, a hug between teammates. A new team formed here tonight in Sunderland. Visage and Jack Sexsmith throwing their hats into the Defiant Tag Team division.
I've been here 3 hours and no one's done that to me.
So I'm here at Defiant, and it's time for introductions. I'm DiMatteo, and I moved to the UK from Italy 6 years ago. And since then, I've been trying to pursue my dream as a professional wrestler. I've been wrestling up and down the UK, all over Europe, but now I'm here in Defiant. And I'm here because I want to prove myself against the best in the world. And last night I made my debut, and I was there to prove a point, and I did just that. But this is only the beginning, and I am here to stay.
Right now on Loaded, let's take you back to last night here in Sunderland and the closing moments of the magnificent 7 match. It has been just about the most eclectic match in Defiant history, but we're down to 3. MJF doesn't realise that Drake is behind him, and I think maybe now he does. full Nelson. Slam attempt, there's a counter by MJF. The counter, oh, we got him. We got him.
Dream has been eliminated.
In quick succession, MJF has eliminated both members of the Anti-Fun Police who are in this match. These people can chant all they want, Bradshaw, but MJF firmly in control.
A wild card here. MJF growing in confidence by the minute. He's got Benji's headband on this. A little bit disrespectful to say the least. There's a cover, and Benji just about gets out.
It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Look at Benji.
I hope you're wrong, but you might be right. MJF, of course, having a lot of people around the wrestling world talking about him. He's signed with All Elite Wrestling. He is one of the biggest young stars in this business. Just celebrated birthday. There's a package pile driver from MJF.
Sealed and delivered.
To become the Holy of the Magnificent Seven, but hang on. Right shoulder of Benji goes up.
I firmly believe that kicker has just made MJF mad.
And that lucrative briefcase still hangs in the balance here. Winner gets a shot at a time and place of their choosing for any Defiant championship.
MJF putting his hands on the official. The roll-up from Benji on MJF. Yes, Benji!
MJF has been eliminated. Therefore, the winner of the Magnificent Seven match, and now being able to claim a title match on a future Defiant Wrestling event, Benji!
Do you believe in miracles? Benji wins the Magnificent Seven briefcase.
Last night, I won the Defiant Magnificent Seven briefcase. That means I can cash it in for a championship match anywhere at any time. Imagine Benji as a Defiant World Champion. I think this thing needs a bit of a redesign.
Well done, Benji. Yeah, last night you won this Magnificent briefcase there. But you know what? You couldn't beat me.
Yeah, couldn't I beat you last night?
No, you couldn't beat me one-on-one.
Yeah, I could.
Oh yeah? You think you could beat me one-on-one?
Yeah. Anytime, anywhere.
Alright. How about next week in Newcastle, where you're some kind of cult hero? How about me and you one-on-one?
Yeah, you got it. In
Okay.
Newcastle next week. Conor Renshaw, Benji, one-on-one.
You feel confident?
Yeah.
Alright. How about we put the briefcase on the line?
You're on. Bring it, Conor.
I'll see you next week, Benji.
The following is a singles match set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time from Washington, this is the former Gemini, Gia Adams.
Gia Adams back here on Defiant for her second match in the company. Of course, her first match was a loss to a young lady who was debuting on that night by the name of Kanji.
And we all know whether Kanji has had it rough lately or not. We all know the impact that she made on the Defiant Women's Division. Will the former Gemini, now Gia Adams, do the same? Speaking of impacts,
Her opponents hailing from Rome, Italy, Laura DiMatteo!
Laura DiMatteo made an unexpected and huge impact on Magnificent 7 last night. It's now her second match in 2 days here in Defiant, and tell you what, Laura DiMatteo mighty impressive so far.
Oh, 100%. But I'll tell you what, Gia Adams over in the corner there doesn't look too impressed by what she's seeing.
If you were unable to join us last night, live on pay-per-view for Magnificent 7, don't forget you can catch the replay on Access Defiant at access.wearedefiant.com. If you weren't with us, this may be the first time you've seen Laura DiMatteo. She has wrestled all around the UK. She's trained and debuted in Progress. She's been in Red Pro, a lot of places around the south of England.
And now DiMatteo brings her skills, her talents to the Defiant women's division. And as we know, Bradshaw, one of the most competitive divisions around the globe. We're going to see what both these women have to offer.
Big arm drag from DiMatteo. DiMatteo doing well to gain the upper hand in the early going against a bigger opponent in Gia Adams. This women's division here in Defiant, ever more competitive by the day. It seems like there's a Samoan drop from Adams. Great power.
Impressive strength, no doubt about it. Not going for the pin. That's an interesting strategy. Oh, we've just seen why.
And now, after that, Adams will go for the pin and she'll get 2.
And already this power, this strength of Adams coming into play, using the ropes.
Using that, as much of that 5 count as she possibly can. We saw that from Micky the Dragon a few minutes ago as well, that same tactic.
Well, maybe Adams was watching, taking notes.
Adams and Micky the Dragon, I guess they have something in common here. They both are still looking for that first win, and given how competitive things are across Defiant Wrestling, including in the women's division, you see anyone just desperate for any kind of advantage they can cling on to, even if it involves bending the rules, as Adams has been doing slightly here.
Well, what do I always say, Dave? The rules, they're there to be broken. That's exactly why they exist. You have to do that to get ahead. It doesn't matter if you want to play fair or not. Sometimes you have to show a little mean streak to get ahead.
You're a little bit inconsistent in your respect for the rules, as anyone who was with us last night will know.
Oh, come on. It's contextual.
Oh, God. Avalanche in the corner from Adams sends DiMatteo crumpling down to the bottom turnbuckle here. Adams will whip her again into the opposite side of the ring. DiMatteo trying to catch her by surprise, gets the shoulders down for a 2 count.
Well, DiMatteo definitely has the speed advantage.
Cross body for a 2 count from DiMatteo, who had to check with the referee. She's a little bit surprised she didn't get the 3 count there. Oh my.
I'm loving this ring savvy of Gia Adams. It's really coming to the fore. You can tell she doesn't care a jot what these people think about her. She doesn't care what the referee has to say. She has till 5. She will do whatever she wants with those 5 seconds.
You get the distinct impression that Adams has kicked it up a notch since her last appearance here. She's got a newfound intensity against Laura DiMatteo tonight.
Well, maybe Adams realizes that this is a jungle here in Defiant Wrestling, and if you want to rule that jungle, you have to be bad. You have to show a mean streak, as I say.
Uppercuts, and now right hands from DiMatteo. Again caught on the shoulders, possibly a second Samoan drop. DiMatteo knew she had to escape it and did. Clothesline. DiMatteo takes Adams down a second time.
How's that for power?
Laura DiMatteo impressing for the second time this weekend.
Oh, face first goes Adams right into that canvas.
DiMatteo ducks a clothesline from Adams. Running in Saguri. Adams did not go down though.
And that might be an accident, an indirect one at that, but
block from DiMatteo, then forearm to the face of Adams. Big drop kick from the top. DiMatteo looking to pick up the win here, and Adams survives by about a half a second.
So impressed. Laura DiMatteo just attacking from all angles. Adams can barely catch her breath.
And quickly though, Adams has found a way to Back in, maybe looking for a fisherman suplex, but DiMatteo gets out a Russian leg sweep. The Italian Laura DiMatteo
Straight into a submission.
Was that the Veni Vidi Vici? The Veni Vidi Vici that seeded Optimus Rex lifts it up. DiMatteo picks up the win.
The winner of the match as a result of a submission, Laura DiMatteo!
Laura DiMatteo. Very, very impressive for the second night in a row here on Defiant.
It's been a huge 24 hours for that woman standing with her arm raised in the middle of the ring. We're going to have to wait and see what's next. But could it be championship gold difference?
I'll tell you what's next here on Loaded. I regret to say it, but the new tag team champions, just 1 week removed from dethroning Aussie Oprah, will be here. SCC take on the dynamic duo in Loaded's main event, and it's next. With wrestling flowing through their blood.
I want this song to play every time I enter a room.
The following contest set for one fall. It has a 30-minute time limit and will decide the Defiant Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first in the ring at this time, the challengers. This is the team of Thomas and Mark Billington, the dynamic duo!
An opportunity for a rematch here for the dynamic duo who lost to SCC last time they met in very controversial circumstances.
You love that word, don't you? Controversial. But when are you going to face up to the fact that Kelly Six, Ashley Dunn are your Defiant Tag Team Champs?
Kelly Six, they are the current reigning and defending Defiant Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the South Coast Connection!
We are just 7 days removed from SCC.
Hello, sir. Hello, champ.
Stealing, one might say, the tag team championships from Aussie Open, ending a 316-day reign. But if there is any justice in this world, then SCC's own reign may finish tonight at 7 days and out.
Wait a minute. Back up a bit. Stealing. Now, far be it from me to question your eyesight, Dave Bradshaw. I think you need to get yourself down to the optician, Sonny Jim, because what I witnessed was the South Coast Connection winning the Defiant Tag Team titles 100% fairly.
Yeah, and I'm the one who needs my eyesight testing. Goodness.
I had an eye check last week. The doctor said, I've got perfect 20/20 vision.
Just because he doesn't want to have to see you again for as long as possible. Anyway, SCC going to defend their first title defense against the dynamic duo. We want to know who you think is going to walk out of Loaded tonight with the tag team championships. Join the conversation on social media, as always, using the hashtag #WeAreDefiant.
Listen, earlier on this evening on Loaded, you and I sat here and waxed lyrical about opportunities and what they mean to the young stars here in Defiant Wrestling. Well, this is the biggest opportunity of all for Thomas and Mark Billington, because they could leave here tonight from our main event with all the marbles. But, I don't think that's going to happen. The SCC, they're going to be record-breaking champs, Bradshaw.
Well, the Billingtons, Mark and Thomas, with a combined age, unbelievably, of just 32, about 10 years less than you. And they are still early in their careers, obviously being trained by British wrestling great Marty Jones, who is not here with them tonight.
Well, I think Marty Jones has perhaps realised that these young guys are making quite the splash here in Defiant. They could be the champs. Now, I don't say that lightly. the Billingtons could leave here, the dynamic duo, as the champions, and that's unbelievable because of their tender age, as you say.
Face lock from Kelly 6, and you do wonder whether the Billingtons will have been a little bit more savvy this time after what they experienced against SCC the previous time these two were in the ring together.
Well, I think they should cheat. I think they should cheat. It's the only way.
Of course you do.
It's the only way. There's nothing wrong as long as you don't get caught, Dave Bradshaw. Cheating is the best tactic you can have.
James R. Kennedy's philosophy in one sentence.
Now, you don't cheat if you're the champs, of course. No, the South Coast Connection would never cheat, ever.
You don't cheat if you don't need to, and it looks to me like young Thomas Billington absolutely doesn't need to at the moment against Kelly 6, because Billington has the upper hand and 6 looks like he's seen a ghost.
There is an air, we've said it before, to Thomas Billington of the Dynamite Kid. You can see it, the way he moves, the way he looks, everything about him inside that ring reeks of a legend, the Dynamite Kid. Oh, look at that strength.
Body slam from Tom Billington. He's going to go to the top. He goes for the headbutt. Oh. That, of course, is the danger with that move, the headbutt. If you do not hit your target, then it can be very, very damaging to you.
Look at this crisscross.
6 goes down. Yeah, this one picking up pace very quickly. Big backdrop from one half of the tag team champions. It actually makes me feel a little bit ill to say that.
And here's this confidence that the SCC have they've grown into the role as tag team champions over the past while here in Defiant Wrestling. I'm really enjoying it. You know as well as I do that we love to see young talent blossom.
Well, hang on a second. Billington landed on his feet. There's the drop kick, then done into 6. Thomas Billington getting the better of both of the champions.
Oh, and we're about to see a tag. Yes, we are. Fluid tag team chemistry between the dynamic duo.
Big suplex from Mark Billington.
This isn't good for the SCC. Ashley Dunn came in a house of fire, but he's been cut off, and now he's in the lion's den, if you like.
Look at this now. Quick tags from the Billingtons, the dynamic duo. Thomas Billington dragging Ashley Dunn again back into his corner. That's what I'm talking about when I say wrestling runs through their blood. You're seeing some ring smarts way, way beyond their years, keeping Ashley Dunn cut off away from his partner.
Well, these young men, the dynamic duo, they were almost born with boots, knee pads and tights on. You get the feeling that this was just natural. It comes naturally to both these youngsters.
Dunn having to fight his way out of this situation.
Oh, big elbow right to the face.
Slap to Mark Billington. Dunn will look for the tag. He's a little bit short of Kelly 6. Here comes Thomas Billington from the top, the drop to the shoulder. Ashley Dunn hits the canvas hard.
Here's a pinfall attempt.
We could have new tag team champions. Ashley Dunn keeps just about this from being the shortest tag team title reign in Defiant history.
Well, this is smart. This is smart to roll out of the ring, and then on the other side of the
Kelly 6 thought he was being smart. Mark Billington quickly corrected him.
There we go.
Did give Ashley Dunn a bit of a chance to recover.
There's the value of experience. Now this is what I'm talking about, Bradshaw. Dunn and 6, they are starting to grow into their role as tag team champions around here. They're showing supreme confidence and great teamwork as well.
And now it is the turn of the SCC to cut that ring in half. They are keeping Mark in their own corner.
Not a good place to be if you're young Mark Billington. Isolated from your partner on the ring apron, and now these quick tags, fluidity, as I said.
A look from Ashley Dunn towards Thomas Billington. Such disrespect from Kelly 6 and Ashley Dunn, and that is what has changed about these two over the past several months. The lack of respect for opponents, for anyone else involved in Defiant Wrestling.
Well, respect's a fun word. Do you know what makes it even more fun? When you put the word "dis" in front of it.
This isn't a word.
I just made it up. Let's put it in the dictionary right now. And speaking of which, when you look up successful, when you look up tag team champs, if that's even in the dictionary, which it should be, you'll see the South Coast Connection.
Kelly 6 tags himself in. Again, it's Mark Billington who has been cut off and isolated here. He's taken a sustained amount of punishment now for the past couple of minutes. Once again, Kelly Six taking the time to draw off to Thomas Billington in the corner.
Well, the SCC firmly in control. Firmly in control, and now talking some smack to their opponents also. So here we go.
Down the corner, big shot to Billington, and Six and Dunn very much trying to make it seem in the minds of their two opponents that SCC's victory here is inevitable. There is an arrogant swagger to Kelly Six, but maybe that might knock some of the arrogance out of him, or at least it would have if once again he didn't blatantly cheat.
There's nothing blatant about that. This is war, Bradshaw. Now, the dynamic duo know that just as well as the SCC.
Now, hang on a minute. There wasn't an attack there.
Yes, there was.
Oh, yeah, Kelly Six is still the legal man. Ashley Dunn has no business being on the turnbuckle.
There's a tag.
And here comes Thomas Billington. Mark did great to escape that. Thomas Billington, look at the agility.
Unbelievable athleticism.
Clothesline from Billington.
Oh, he's going high again, Bradshaw.
They reminded me of his uncle there. He might remind me of here as well as the knee. Right into the side of the head of Kelly Six. Will it be enough to make these two teenagers the tag team champions? It nearly was.
They'd be the youngest Defiant tag team champions ever if they could pull it off here tonight on Loaded.
Well, Kelly Six got drawn in by Mark Billington. Six sent to the outside. Whoa! Ashley Dunn joins him. The tag team champions find themselves in trouble at ringside.
Here comes Mark Billington.
Mark Billington and takes out the tag team champions.
I was going to say they need to get Six inside that ring. It's the only way to become champs.
Hang on a second, look at this from Thomas Billington. The tombstone pile driver.
Are we going to see it?
The cover.
Are we going to see it?
Ashley Dunn prevents the title change.
That's why the South Coast Connection are your Defiant Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Because they illegally interject themselves in the match, you mean?
No, there's nothing illegal about that. This is the throes of warfare.
Not the legal man, is he? The tag from Thomas to Mark. Mark Billington on the top floor. Launches the cross body.
Rolls off.
In momentum, I think, took Mark Billington off of Kelly Six.
Could maybe have had the pinfall there. We'll never know. This match rages on.
Billington now decides, hang on a second. Wait, Ashley Dunn's got a chair. Why has Dunn got a chair? Maybe SCC want to steal a disqualification win or even a disqualification loss if they keep the belts.
Mark Billington's going to be singing the high notes.
Once again, a shortcut, a cheap shot from SCC, and Thomas Billington sent into the crowd barrier.
And here we go, Bradshaw. This is what you've waited to see all evening.
Mark Billington on the back of Kelly Six. Is how they won the tag titles. The cover, it is academic. Unfortunately, SCC still the champions.
The winners of the match and still Defiant Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the South Coast Connection.
Kelly Six and Ashley Dunn, I don't know if they'll ever win a match without having to take a shortcut, but win one they have here, they are still the tag team champions.
And how happy are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you that the SCC are still your champions?
I'm off the scale in one direction. I wouldn't guess which one.
Oh, so you're an 11.
Well, next week here on Loaded, don't forget all of the fallout coming up from Magnificent 7. But for now, as Loaded goes off air, SCC stand tall, still the tag team champions.